Hello Primary 5 students, how are you? Welcome in your science class with me, Dr. Shaimaa Hamdy Kassem, and your channel, the Big Sister channel. As now, we'll study lesson 1 from concept 1, unit 2. As here, we will talk about another topics in science. We have theme 2, matter and energy. And soon we will know the meaning of the word matter. Here, Unit 2 is about particles in motion. So, as you see here, what is this? Yes, this is volcano. And in the beginning of the volcano, it erupts, okay? So, a heavy smoke comes from this volcano. This smoke, we call it gas, okay? So, a lot of gas come from this volcano at first, and then as you see here, yes, this is lava. It is liquid, okay? It can flow, so it is liquid. And then after a while, this lava will cool and become hard, so we call this solid. From this, we know that there are three things in any substance, any material, as this material may be gas or liquid or solid. So now we will start studying concept 1, which has the title Matter in the World Around Us. So in this lesson we will know what is the meaning of matter and how for the matter is found in the world around us. Okay, what do you see here? This is called waterfall. Can you describe this? As we have liquid as water and solid hard things like the rocks, and we have here the air, and the air is gas, so we have three things here: liquid, solid and gas. Here is another picture. We have buildings. So buildings are hard, so they are solid, and we have air, which is gas. Is another place, which is mountains, and as you see here, we have mountains, rocks. They are hard, so they made up of solid, and we have the air, which is gas, and so on. In any place, you may see solid, liquid, and gas. Even in our home, in our kitchen, we put the pot on the stove, okay, and the pot is made of solid, and when the water inside it, which is liquid, boils, so there is a steam, which is gas. So from here, we can say all these things have mass and take up space. What the meaning of take up space? They have volume. So all of these things have mass and volume, or take up space, and they may be in a form of solid or liquid or gas. All these things around us called matter, okay, as everything around us made up of matter. As matter, anything that has mass and takes up space. The meaning of takes up space, as it has volume. Anything that has mass and volume, so this is called matter. And this matter may be found in three states which are solid, liquid, or gas. We can describe this matter by using some properties, like we can say its volume, its shape or color, texture, as it is soft or hard, okay, temperature, hardness and softness. All of these are properties that we can describe this matter, this thing. Okay, so we now agreed that all things that has mass and volume is called matter, and it may be found in three states, even solid, liquid, or gas. And we can describe this matter by some properties like color, shape, size, temperature, texture. As we said, it is hard or soft, it's rough or smooth. Okay, we said that the matter is found in three states, which are solid, liquid, and gas. Now we will take some examples. As solid, like iron, wood, ice, rock, all of these are examples for solid state. Liquid state, like milk, gasoline, water, oil, all of these are liquid. And gas, we have many examples like oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor. All of these are examples for gas state. You noticed here that the water can found in the three states of matter, as the water may be solid as the ice, or in liquid state like water, or in gas state like water vapor or steam. Okay, now we will see activity 2, states of water. As you see here, ice can change from solid state into liquid state as it melts. It changes from ice to water. And also water, which is liquid, can change from the liquid state to the solid state, as if we freeze this water, it becomes ice. So it changes from liquid state to solid state. And when we boil water, what happens? Yes, water is liquid state, and when we boil the water, so it changes into gas state, which is steam or water vapor. And as you see here, when the water vapor, which is gas state, hits this cover of the pot, so what happens? You will see this droplet, these small drops of water, as a water vapor, which is gas state, changes into water, which is liquid state. And we have many examples of water vapor, which is gas state, that changes into water, as you see here. So what we want to say here, that the three states of water can be found in the three states, as we said, solid, liquid, and gas, as ice, water, and water vapor. And water can be changed from one state to another, as from solid to liquid, and from liquid to gas, and so on. We finished lesson 1, so we will study lesson 2 now. We have activity 3 here. As we said, that the matter is found in the three states, solid, liquid, and gas. So let us now see the properties of solid, liquid, and gas. Okay, if we have a cube, as you see here, and we put it in different containers, as we have jar, beaker, and this box. Okay, so what do you observe here about the solid properties? Yes, here we will observe that the solid properties, it has the same shape, as the shape of the cube doesn't change from one container to another. It has the same shape and also the same volume, as if we have this cube is 1 cubic centimeter, so the volume will be the same in all containers. Okay, so here we can say the solid has the same shape and volume, so we can say it has definite or fixed shape and volume. This is a very important expression, definite or fixed. Okay, so what the meaning of definite or fixed? That it has the same shape and volume. So here, this is a very important property for the solid. It has definite shape and volume. It has fixed shape and volume. Okay, here we have liquid. So as we see here, we have this water in different containers, as in jar and beaker and bottle. So here we will observe something different here. So what do you observe about the liquid properties? Yes, we have here the volume is 650 milliliter. So here in all of the containers, the liquid takes space as 650 milliliter. The volume is 650 milliliter. But the shape of the liquid, is it fixed? Is it definite shape? So the answer will be no, because here the liquid have the shape like the jar, and here the shape is like the beaker, and in the bottle, so it has the shape of the bottle. So here we can say the liquid properties, it has no definite shape. Okay, the shape is not the same in the containers, but it takes the shape of the container. So we can say here it has no definite shape, but it has definite volume. As here in the three containers, it takes space as 650 milliliter for this example, okay? So it has definite volume, but it has no definite shape. It takes the shape of the container, any container, okay? As if we put the water in the cup, so it will take the shape of the cup. If we pour this water in a pan, so it would take the shape of the pan. So here we can say it has no definite shape, but it has definite volume. Okay, we will talk about the gas properties. Okay, so here we have three different containers with different volumes, as this container is 350 milliliter, and the other one, number 2, has the volume 150 milliliter, and the last one has the volume 400 milliliter. What do you observe here in the gas state? Yes, this gray color in the three containers represent the gas. Okay, so we will see that the gas fill all containers. It takes the shape of the containers. Okay, so it has no definite shape. And also here we have different volumes, and the gas will spread in these containers. It will take the volume of the container. If the volume of the container is big, so it will spread in all this space, and if the container is small, the volume is small, so it will take this space. Okay, so it can fill any container. Here we can say that the gas properties has no definite, and it has no definite volume. So gas has no definite shape or volume. So now it's the time to do experiment to show us what we said, as to describe the states of matter. Okay, we need tools, as we have three containers. Okay, and we have the first container, we will put a solid cube. Okay, and the second container we will fill it with water, and the third container we will put steam. Okay, the water in the gas state, and we will observe the three containers. From our observations we can conclude that here, as you see here, we see in the solid state the cube has definite or fixed shape. It doesn't take the shape of the container. Okay, so it has fixed shape and fixed volume. Okay, and in the second container, which contains water, which is liquid, we will see that the shape, it has no definite shape, no fixed shape. it takes the shape of the container. So it has no definite shape, but the volume, yes, it takes the space as a definite volume. Okay, if we change the container, we will see it takes the same volume. Okay, so it has definite volume and no definite shape. But if we see the container that have gas, steam, which what we will observe here, that it has no definite shape or volume, as the gas fill all the container. Those was the properties of the three states of matter. We know about gases that some gases can't be seen as the air. We can't see the air. Okay, it is transparent, so we can't see the air. But we can see air moving objects. See the effect of the air, as air moving is moving the objects, like the wind blows and moves some objects, like the leaves of the tree. Okay, this is an example, and we have another example, like when we blow a balloon. Okay, we have balloon and we blow it, so what happens, it go larger and larger. So that means that the air takes space inside the balloon and has mass. So we can't see gases, some gases like the air, but we see the effect that the air takes place in the balloon, or it moves some objects. Okay, here we have activity 4. As we know that matter is anything that has mass and takes up space as it has volume. Also, it is something that we can see or feel or smell. It is an object that has mass. It has amount and takes up space, so we can see it or feel it or smell it. As we have some examples like matter that we can see, like this ball. We can see this ball, so this is matter. It has mass and it takes up space. Okay. Example for matter that we can feel, like the air. We said air is an example of gases that we can't see, but we can see the air fills the balloon or moves objects or feel it, as you see here. And an example for matter that we can smell, like the flower. We can smell the flower, so flower is matter. Here we have a very important information, as all matter are made up of tiny particles that we can't see with our eyes, as anything around us that has mass and volume, okay, consists of tiny particles, very, very small particles, even it is solid or liquid or gas. And these very, very small particles, they are small as we can't see them by our eyes. We need microscope to see these particles. Examples, as we have some matter are too small to be seen by the human eye, such as the air particles and the germs. They are made up of tiny particles. Tiny means very, very small. Here, this is the germs, as we see under the microscope, because we can't see germs with our eyes. Here we have these particles, these tiny particles are in continuous motion. With the meaning, these particles are moving all the time, okay? Even in the solid state. The solid state have fixed shape and volume, but its particles are moving all the time, even they are vibrating or moving around their places, okay? Here, particles of all matter are in continuous motion. They are moving all the time, even in the solid state, liquid state, or gas state. So now, are you excited to know and learn about the particles of each state? Okay, so let us learn. Here in the solid state, the particles, as you see here in these, they are very close to each other. They pegged tightly. What the meaning of very close to each other? That means they are very near from each other. They pegged tightly, okay? They have little energy and they move only a little bit as they have vibrating in their places, okay? They can't move freely, okay? And this make the solid has fixed shape and volume. Why? Because the particles in the solid are close to each other, they packed tightly, so they move only a little bit. So this is make the solid has definite shape and volume. Until what? Until something change this. Something change the, as we will study later, inshallah. Here we can say solid looks like these kids. They are pegged, okay? They are close to each other. So we can say the particles of solid state are pegged tightly, have less energy, move only a little bit, and this is causes that the solid has definite shape and volume. Here we will talk about the particles of liquid. As you see here, particles of liquid, they have more spaces. They don't pegged tightly like the solid particles. So they have more energy because they have spaces. They can move freely, okay, and have more energy. So here, this is cause the liquid don't have definite shape, but they have definite volume. They take the shape of the containers, of their containers, but the volume is fixed. It's constant in all containers, okay? And say the particles of liquid have more spaces. As you see here, the kids have more spaces. They can move freely and they have more energy. This is the particles of the liquid. And about the shape and volume, liquid has no definite shape, but it has a definite volume as it take the shape of the container because they can move inside the container freely, so they take the shape of container. Here about the gas particles. And the gas particles are very free, okay? They have a lot of spaces between the particles. They have a lot of energy. They can move very freely, okay? So the gas state has no definite shape or volume because here the particles are moving very fast, moving very freely, have a lot of energy, so they fill the container, okay? Also the volume. It takes the space of all the container and it takes the shape of the container. Those happy children looks like the gas particles as they run very fast and have a lot of energy. So we can say here that the particles of the gas state have a lot of spaces, have a lot of energy, and move very freely and fast. So the shape and volume of the gas state, it has no definite shape or volume. They completely fill their containers, take the shape of the container, and also takes up the space of the container. So it has no definite shape or volume. Now we will, after we observe the matter, and we know that the matter is made up of particles and they are in continuous motion, and we saw the particles of each state. So now we can talk about the measuring, how to measure the matter. So we can measure the matter as we can measure its length by using the ruler or measuring tape. We can measure the mass of the matter by using the balance, the scale, and we can measure the temperature by using the thermometer. So here, for how to measure the matter, we use measuring tape and ruler for length and we use balance or scale for mass to measure the mass and thermometer to measure the temperature. And we studied that the matter can change from one state to another. As we see here, the ice changes into water by melting. As it melts, so ice change into water. It changes from the solid state to the liquid state, yes. Here, freezing, and this is another example for the states change from one state to another. As in freezing, the water changes into ice as the liquid state changes into solid state. Here we have a very important information that we know the light and sound. Light and sound aren't matter. So light and sound aren't matter. That means that the light and sound don't have mass or volume, okay? They are forms of energy. As we said and studied before, light energy, sound energy, and energy is not a matter, okay? So light and sound are forms of energy. They don't have mass and they don't take up space. They don't have volume. Here we have a very important note. If we have two objects, okay, they can't take up the same space, as the second object will be beside it or above it, anywhere, but it can't take the same space of the other object, okay? I hope you get it. So we finished our lessons now, so don't forget to subscribe, like and share my channel. Thank you for watching. See you next video inshallah, and goodbye.